Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance. I'm Carmen Harra. So happy to be with you tonight and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Home Time Radio. And tonight, I want to talk to you about a topic that is very close to home and something I've been always interested to discuss, the 7 pillars of a healthy life. You know that we used to say all the time that it's so significant to live your life in good health. Now, before I'm going to give you all of my ideas of natural remedies, everything for optimal health and true healing, I want you to keep in mind that the advice that I'm going to share with you this evening isn't necessarily intending to diagnose any disease or to replace medical care. So that's why if I'm telling you something, I want you to check with your physician before starting something. I usually promote and advise people to take natural stuff because I believe a lot in the natural healing. Because everybody knows that life is best lived in great health. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. So we all want to keep our bodies in excellent shape, especially now with everything that's happening in this world. You know, our attention is suddenly turning towards our own well-being. But different kind of illnesses can creep in unexpectedly. There are so many diseases out there that we ignore because we all talk is about COVID, but there's a lot of autoimmune disorders. There's more than 100 autoimmune disorders, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and they all on the rise. Now, the modern world was, it's almost like it was designed to weaken the immune system. I don't know if it intentionally, but this is the way the modern world is right now. In spite of the fact that the human body is equipped with powerful defenses to protect itself and return to a state of harmony, the outside world, you know, is weakening our immune system. But the first thing that we need to know is that our health is in our hands. And no one else is responsible for our health than ourselves. No doctors, no surgeries, no treatment, no pills can heal you as well as you can actually heal yourself. And you're going to ask me, so how is the way we can heal? There are 3 things that we need to do. We need to be knowledgeable, we need to communicate, we need to have the patience. And why we need the knowledge? Because knowing what is happening is very significant in order to be able to heal. Many of the things that we are told that are good for us in actuality are not. Sometimes of the pills that we're told to take may not be right. So we have to have the knowledge what exactly can help us, what is exactly that we can benefit from. We have to do our own research. We have to learn about different treatments, different supplements, different plants, different herbs, different foods. So, and understand the natural cure, because there's a natural cure for every disease. There's a natural remedy for everything. So it's so significant to know all of this. And then I said, communicate with your body, trying to find out what your body is asking you. For instance, pain signalizing inflammation. Acne signalizes a hormonal imbalance. So you always have to be careful not to confuse what your body needs with what you want. So if you're craving, for instance, something sweet, you crave like a chocolate, your body probably needs a piece of something sweet, but you can replace that with a fruit. So ask your body, will this nourish you? Will this help you perform your function? So have that kind of a communication with your body. Communicating regularly will help you make better choices. So in order to actually create good health in life, in my opinion, you also have to have a lot of patience, because natural cure works, but your body needs some time to adapt and adjust. So it's very significant to adjust. Like it takes 30 days to see a real change if you change your diet, if you eat better, if you take the right supplements. You're not going to see the change in a minute. Will take a while. So that's why patient is you never give up. What you put into your body is the most important factor that will determine your health. The right food can work wonders. Like the Greek philosopher Hippocrates used to say, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. I mean, isn't this crazy to think that every living being on this planet knows what to eat except us? We human, we don't know what to eat. We don't know what we meant to ingest and what we not, what we are and what we not. We still debated whether we should eat meat, we should eat carbohydrates, and what time we should eat. So we're still working on figuring it out. We're the most intelligent being, and we still cannot figure it out, our basic needs. And our basic needs is actually the food. So my opinion is, as a guide to good nutrition, is you can enjoy anything from time to time. But the most important thing, in my understanding, is eat raw, unprocessed, organic food as much as possible, and stay away from the food that has ingredients you can pronounce the label. So the less it took for the food to get from the place it grew to your plate, the better. So simplify. Best advice I can give you is use minimal ingredients when you cook, but always buy the quality ingredients. And not so much the quantity. So this means that if a food is high in quality, you don't need to add many ingredients to make it taste good. So you also don't need to eat as much in order to feel full and satisfied. Another thing that I would love to mention is that it's amazing to detoxify your digestive system that works non-stop. It's just like your heart, your lungs, your vital organ. But once in a while, let them rest, let them recharge. Perform a good cleanse, a detox once a week, once a month. Give up on those so-called diets, because diets don't work. You don't want to die, you want to live. Probably, you know what I mean? All those like Atkins diet, Paleo diet, Zone diet, Nutrisystem, and so on, you name it. You guys probably try them all, but this kind of diets usually work for weeks or months, and then the weight comes back. Diets, they don't provide the nutrients, the nourishment that the body needs, but they aim like a quick fix, a quick weight loss. But your relationship with food is lifelong, so it has to be healthy. It has to be, you have to have a realistic relationship for the long run. You also have to enjoy your food. You have to know how to chew your food. You have to know how to how should I say, take time to taste your meal. Take a few bites, stop for a few seconds. These are things that I'm just telling you how big of a mental impact it is. Because it takes 20 minutes for your brain to receive the message that your stomach is full. But unfortunately, in 20 minutes, you had your whole plate, you know what I mean? Even the second plate. And you feel stuffed, But emotionally, you don't want to feel deprived of anything. In one of the things that I've talked about a lot in all my lives and in all my seminars is that we should consume food that is free from suffering. This is my philosophy. Just a philosophy. If it died for you, then think twice before you eat. Because more and more people are turning towards vegan, towards being more vegetarian. This is not necessarily meant to judge anybody who loves meat or animal products. I grew up in Europe where the typical diet was built around meat. So animal products, they taste so great. And this is the way, I've been raised. But you may not be willing to give up on meat, on dairy products. I'm just simply encouraging you to think of a more plant-based product and less meat-based ones. So, because you can have anything from time to time, but I've always thought in this way: how do you want to promote life if you eat that? It's just as simple as that. You eat something that is dead. Food can cure any illness. There's no doubt in my mind. In my opinion, and from my own personal experience, I believe you can cure anything from the right food in the right combination. Nature gave us everything we need for good health. But as I said, we require knowledge. If you're suffering from any disorder or any disease, do the research before you resort to chemicals, to invasive treatment, to surgeries. More than likely, there is a natural way to treat everything. The magic cure to almost any disease is, in my opinion, raw, vegan, plant-based, vegetable, fruits, nuts, seeds, legume, extract oils, and so on. So this is the way, And if you're on the medical treatment, add natural remedies. You can't go wrong. Now, from my own experience, I always recommend carbon 60, which carbon 60 is a molecule that penetrates at the level of the cell, protects the extremities of the cell, and it's a free radical scavenger, which means it soaks up the free radicals that destroy our cells, causing aging and diseases. It's the most powerful antioxidant that exists. So when I studied this carbon 60, I noticed I felt better. So if you're interested in learning more about it, you can even send me an email at Carmen Harra, and I'll send you a link where to buy the best quality of this product that really, really has at least 300 times more the power of vitamin C. Now I'm going to take your calls in a second because I would love, love, love to hear from you. And I also would love to touch upon the 7 pillars of health. And I have so much to talk to you about the major diseases and debate a little bit take every disease and discuss the natural treatment. But before I do that, I want to still let you know that my book, Committed, is out. It was released recently. Committed, Finding Love and Loyalty Through the 7 Archetypes. The reason I wrote this book is because commitment is a problem for majority of people. And love relationship cause us a lot of problems. But exactly what is commitment in my book and why it's so hard to achieve and why we struggle in love and how can we end up cycles of disappointment, how can we foster a fulfilling relationship, but that's what this book is all about. So if you struggle in your love life, which a lot of people do, reading this book, it teaches you to re-examine core beliefs about commitment, clearing karmic pattern, liberate yourself from people and places that are not serving you any longer. And also in the second part of the book, you will learn about identifying archetypes in people. Because an archetype, even yours, or your partner's archetype, is identifying a person's weaknesses, mindset, inclination, commitment, capacity. This is so significant because before you go through a serious relationship, you want to find out, can I build emotional intimacy with this person? Is this person's understanding about commitment similar to mine? And how can I navigate through the world of online dating and personal dating? So all of these are topics that my book touches upon. And you can find my book in every bookstore. You can also find my book at Amazon, the place where everybody buys everything. But anyhow, the goal of commitment is, as I said, is to help you find and keep the love you deserve, an authentic, impassionate relation that fills you with excitement and puts your mind at ease. So, as I said, if you want to buy my book, you can find it everywhere. Let me know. Let me know what you think of my book. I'll really, really appreciate it. I have so many people listening to my show, and I know they are my followers and my friends. And you can follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and let me know about the book. I'll be thrilled to find out your opinions. And if you identify yourself in the book, identify your own archetype, and understand who's your match in the real world.